Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Look at you're almost out of the picture.
Woo!
Oh, you just showed your boobies.
I didn't.
I can scoot back and then you can...
No, it's fine. We should have had this done already.
Well, I thought I did.
Theme song, theme song,
Things got
theme
moved
song.
around.
Theme song. Theme song.
Welcome.
Theme song.
Welcome.
Theme song.
This is
Theme
when wife
song.
gives you lemons. This is Joy.
Hi.
That is her theme song.
Theme
Those
song.
are her theme songs.
What are
Here we are.
yours? Do you have a different one? We're the same fucking podcast.
My brain might have a different one, but I can't get it from here to here. You know, I don't know.
Hi, Johnny Thong.
Hi.
Do you have any nopes?
I have a few.
Motherfucker.
I have a few.
Okay,
But first I want to start with one, though, before I forget it, because I didn't write this one down, and it just happened a little while ago.
Okay.
So, I'm getting ready to go to NoFX's final shows, taking Caleb. It's like cool dad son moment. We're gonna.
This was his Christmas present from last year.
And mine too, kind of.
You got like 1,000 Christmas
I know.
presents. Okay.
Sometimes it pays to be dad. So anyway, get paid this year. So I'm gonna get to go with Caleb. We're gonna go to. We're going for the weekend to San Pedro. We're gonna rock out, and we're staying on the Queen Mary because it's like 20 minutes away, and it's about the only places to stay. So anyway, you know, I'm tuning up, listening to a lot of punk rock, getting all tuned up for the bands that are going to be there. Going back, listening to some stuff, and I was listening to a NoFX song, and it came across this line where he says, "It's hard to enjoy yourself while bleeding out the ass," right? It's about the song. But my windows were down. I didn't realize I was listening to it a little bit loud, and the guy next to me had his windows down, and that's the only thing he heard was that line about bleeding out the ass. I saw him look out of the car, and I'm just like, sorry.
You should have turned it up. I like to turn it up when it gets to the spicy parts in my book. It's like he's fucking
I just thought that was
like,
funny.
yeah!
And I was like, oh shit, oops, I screwed
Except
that.
when I go through the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah.
But I did have a couple notes in here.
Okay,
Let me search them down.
go through it because you're always more important.
I know, I always go first.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, so. Oh. So another shopping fucking situation.
John and the grocery store.
Another grocery store.
John and the grocery store.
Right? Oh my God, we should just have grocery store moments weekly because I have
we've
almost
talked about this. Grocery store,
John. And by the way, my wiener still touches on all the things on the handicap level. I'm the perfect height for a handicap. If somebody was in a wheelchair and a handicap, I'm the perfect height. Yeah, that's right. I said it.
That was awful.
Why? I was giving
just,
love too.
Just go.
Anyway.
It's not handicapped anymore. It's disabled though, and
You're disabled.
just go.
So.
My arm itches so bad right now.
You should scratch it. Oh my God, you should scratch it.
Just
sorry,
go.
I'm just being the devil.
John in the grocery store. Let's start over again.
So anyway. So, I've had several moments. If you look back, I had the lady who said I hit her purse, and I said, no, you didn't. And I was like, oh my God, that lady was insane. Then she was fighting with someone else on the way out. I've had several of those types of weird interactions. And I had one, so I had the old lady, you ran stop sign. You sure did. Well, okay, so I'm at the grocery store, and I throw it in reverse. I'm in the store with my cart. I throw it in reverse, and as I do, I almost hit this lady, and I go, uh-oh, sorry, I guess I didn't have my backup lights on. She goes, no, you didn't.
Was it the same lady?
No. Let me see what her quote was here. And she laughed, but it was like, oh no, I said, oh, sorry, I got the backup lights on. I should have had them on. And she goes, no, you didn't. Or she said, I know you didn't have them on, or something like that. And I go, what the hell? I was like, damn lady.
Were you checking out my rear?
I was backed right into her.
It's hot.
So yeah, I had that. And then I stole that cart. Remember that?
Yeah.
Did I talk about that
Yes,
on here?
you did.
God, that was amazing.
Yeah, you looked down and realized.
Halfway down, I stole a cart, and I came back, got mine, and then I went back, and that cart was gone. And it had like 2 extra bags of chips and shit in it. I should have just threw a bunch of shit in there.
Do you remember when Caleb, and I think it was Caleb, was little, and he used to always throw movies from the Walmart movie bin into
Oh my
our
God,
thing?
we'd find movies and what the fuck?
There was times too, though, he would put shit in our cart, and I'd be like, okay, I guess John wants these weird fucking Asian cookies, cool. And then John, we'd get home, and he's like, why did you want these cookies? And I was like, holy shit, I thought you and Caleb would just put shit in, and then we just assumed it was the other
he just
person.
wanted to pull things from the shelf. He
Yeah.
didn't care.
Yeah.
And then,
Hot.
I know, right? So, and then I was feeding our dogs the other day.
Yeah.
And I started laughing because
It's a John heavy episode.
we're almost done here. Like a minute and a half left, maybe.
Feed the dogs.
So, feeding the dogs, and I realized the other day, like when I was, like, you know, I like get some diced up like chicken or whatever, and I'll dice it up and throw it in their dog food with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I always like, try to be even with like the 3. I'll try to get these, you know, give the big dog a little more. But then I'm like, fuck it. Do you think they're down there like, bitch, you got more than me. You got more chicken than I got.
Actually, yes, I absolutely think our dogs do that. 100,000%.
If there is, it's only one that does it.
Yes, and Mitzi Moo Moo.
The littlest, fattest one in the house. She will search under a piece of cat. She is the freaking crackhead. Like, she'll like go digging through for like crack in the carpet. She's like, is that some chicken in that carpet right there?
And here's the thing, our puppy Franny takes her time eating. She will play with her. She plays with her
food. And if she
food.
goes away from her food,
then Mitzi eats it, and then Franny comes back like, oh, I just played with this piece of kibble for 10 minutes. Now it's time for my next pizza.
Of nothing.
Where's my kibble?
I know. In the mornings, like, I have to sit and watch her. She sits in between my legs and eats.
It's awful.
I just make sure she gets enough before I get up, and then I'm like, all right, well, if you leave it now, it's on you. But then sometimes she'll run in there and, you know, I mean, Mitzi, she goes right for fucking Farley's food when he's done. Like, are you done? You gonna eat that?
You gonna eat that?
There's a good piece of cheese. There's some meat on that.
Can I have some fries?
There's some meat on that. And then Gilly, she'll just hoover all of the rest.
Yeah.
Because I don't feed her like she used to, so now she's like, you son of a bitch. Leave a kibble. Are you itching yourself without itching yourself?
No, leave me alone.
I touch myself.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
When I touch my tattoo.
It itches like hell.
So yeah.
I told Brodie, I was like, look, Brodie, she swims, and he goes, you don't have the biceps for that.
Damn. I told you, let's get on some shit. Let's get ripped.
I am ripped,
no,
Mike.
Let's get like super ripped.
I am super ripped. I don't want
get
your
like
penis to go
Jacqueline.
away.
Whatever. It'll just be the balls that Dick stays.
No, it doesn't. And then you have a hard time getting it up.
Again?
Yeah, we don't need that. And then my clit grows.
Like a wiener?
Yeah, and then I have a wiener clit.
You have a clit.
I don't want to know what that was. That was okay.
Get your finger out of the hole.
So last week, this week,
find stuff on there.
last week, this week, I don't know, remember, a week. So one day it was a Thursday, and it was either dressed like a soccer mom or a girl's dad, right? So Brodie found like this striped shirt, that button-up shirt that Caleb used to wear, and he wore his cargo shorts, and he like tucked the shirt halfway in, and then he wore that stupid hat your mom got you for Christmas, and his sunglasses, and he's like, Mom, do I look like? And he wanted the Batman apron, but I have no idea where you put that. So
It could be out here somewhere.
So it's out here. So we're driving, and we're like we're on the hill up to his school, and he goes, fuck. And I go, what, bud? And he goes, I look fucking stupid. And I was like, you're fine. And I'm trying not to laugh. And I go, dude, you gotta own it.
Yeah, you're class president.
I go,
you gotta step up.
That's what I said. I go, you're class president. Like, you have to own it. And he was like, ugh, I hate this. I hate this. And so I drop him off. Well, the next day was a dance, and it was Cowboy Day. And so he wore one of Caleb's red flannels and a pair of jeans he found, and Caleb's cowboy hat. And we're driving, and he goes, I look so fucking stupid. I look so fucking stupid. And this time I can't hold it. I am laughing hysterically, and he's all, shit, I hate this. And I was like, dude, you gotta own it. I go, you're class president. People look up to you. You have to be a role model. And he's like, you know, Mom, you always tell me to own it. You never own it. You always say you look stupid, and when you go on stage, you hate it. And I was like, yeah, I go, I'm learning to be better. I go, if you can learn this, I go, if you can learn confidence earlier in life, I go, you will always do
Damn
life
right.
well. And I'm like, so fucking own it, right? So we're pulling up though. And there's like 4 cars in front of us, and every kid that got out, not one of them was dressed as a cowboy. And he goes, fuck, not one of them's dressed, fuck. And I cannot stop laughing. I'm dying. So then he gets out of the car, and you know, he can't cuss when he's on school property, right? So the whole way up, he's like, I look so fucking stupid. But then he got out of the car, and I go, bye, bud. And he can't, like, he leaned into the car, so he wasn't on school property, and he goes, I look so fucking stupid. And then he closed the door and, like, put his shoulders back and fucking walked like a gangster. And I was like, fucking A, Cotton. But, you know, that whole time he's like, ah.
So how did it turn out?
Well, we're in Santa Clarita. Of course people dress like fucking weird cowboys. Fucking weirdos.
You can't say you hate it because you still live here.
I didn't mean that, just the cowboy shit. Everybody thinks they're fucking from Stagecoach here all the time.
They're not?
And then, so then I did a show on, it must have been Thursday. I did a show at Lucky Luke Brewery, which is in this weird-ass part of Santa Clarita.
Is it on the Bioman premises?
Yes.
So, like, you pass, like, where we used to practice? And
No. Instead of turning right, you know how, like, you turn and you turn right? You go straight.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of businesses there. It's not just the Bioman. So you go straight, and then you turn right, and then my GPS was all, turn right, turn right, turn right. And I was like, there's nowhere to turn. I couldn't find my glasses, so I had to wear glasses that were super glued together. I'm starving. I don't know where I'm going. At one point, I was like, if I don't find this place in 3 more minutes, I'm turning around and going home. Like, I was done. So finally, you go up this gravel-ass road, and you find the brewery, and there's no parking. So I was like, okay. So I went and I parked on this, like, other gravel road on the side of the road, and I'm walking down, and I was like, shit. A lot of people here to see comedy and drink beer. Fucking A. It was the Democratic nominee meet and greet for Santa Clarita.
Fucking A.
So they had the big stage there. We had this tiny stage. And it was Chris and Matt, and they were super cool. But we get there, and there's all these kids fucking running around. And I'm all, cool. Fucking cool. And then a lady that I massage showed up, but we're not really close, but then it was weird. I'll have to tell you about that off stage, or off show, but so I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry. I go, I need to eat. Like, I'm hungry, I'm grumpy. I took my glasses off because they were embarrassing because it was my old super glued ones, so I couldn't see shit. So Art and Kathy came, and Kathy's like, well, let's go get a smash burger. And I'm like, okay. So we go, and there's this little guy just grilling smash burgers, right? And
what's a smash burger?
It's just,
it's a
they put
hamburger.
a bunch of shit. Yeah, I got a meatball one. It was actually really good. Kathy and I split it, and then Tyler and Aubrey ate half of my half, so whatever. Oh, I just screwed up part of it. So I'm talking to Kathy, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do. Like, there's all these kids, so, like, what I was going to do, I'm not going to do. And this poor guy was alone, and there's a lot of people there, and he's talking to himself. It's okay. you got this. It's okay. You ran out of buns. You have a couple more buns. As soon as the buns are done, you can go. Like, he's like giving himself a pep talk because he is just...
His anxiety's through the roof.
He's gone. And I was like, so I'm feeding off of his anxiety.
He's like, do I want to shoot it up now?
Yeah, I'm like,
There's so many kids, I don't want to hurt them.
And then I turn around and I see this head. I'm like, I know that fucking head. I'm blind as a fucking bat, especially in the dark, but I was all, I know that fucking head. And I go, that's not my kid. My kid's not fucking here right now. And I go...
He's like, I'm here for the Democratic Party.
I go, Kathy, I'll be right back. I go, I think my fucking kid's here. And I walk over, and sure enough, Tyler's like, hey, Joy, we came and surprised you. And it was funny because I was hugging Tyler, and then like Franny does when you hug the other dogs.
Right.
Yeah, Aubrey's like, hi, 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 hi. I was like, hi, how are you? So then I hug Tyler, and he's just muscle.
Yeah, he's a solid little piece.
He's solid. And I'm not kidding you. I put my hand on his stomach and just fucking started laughing. I was like, oh my, I'm all.
Right, that's why she's all happy. Hi, hi, hi.
So then I'm all, well, now I really don't know what to talk about. I'm all, fuck. So then I get up and the guy's like, hey, you're going first. And I think a lot of it was because Andy is the one who like got me on the show, but these guys never heard of me, and I
right.
you know.
Right.
So I get up there, and the first thing I say is, I didn't even know we had Democrats in Santa Clarita. And everybody laughs, and then this one lady goes, that's all of them! That's all of them! And I was like, there's Santa Clarita. I'm all, there you are. Okay, you're there. And for a split second, because there's so many kids, I was going to be like, well, at least we know they don't abort all of them, right? And I was like, maybe too far. So I didn't say that joke. So I'm telling all these jokes, and I keep, like, accidentally saying fuck. And I'm like, and then before, you know, because the two hosts always go first, right? They get their time in first. The first host, there's kids hanging, because it's, like, on a raised thing, and it's, like, enclosed, kind of, but not really. Like a barn almost.
Right.
Like, or yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like where the horses clip-flop. And so...
The horses clip-flop?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Is that a clip-clopper?
You know where they...
Are you clip-clopping?
You can picture what I'm saying, right?
I know what
where
a
they
clip-clop
is. Clip-clop.
That's
So
why I get tired of
anyway,
people.
but there was also a roof on the clip-clop place. But anyway... So these kids are hanging off of the railing watching him, and it was just like, I'm all scribbling shit out.
Was he clean?
He for the most part. So then I get up there and I do the Democratic stuff, and I'm doing some other stuff, and then I was like, I don't know if I am more of a comedian or more of a mom, because there's shit I want to say, but there's so many fucking kids right now. And then this guy just happens to walk by holding a baby, and I go... And there's a fucking baby. And the guy stops, and I go, no, don't stop. And everybody's laughing, but in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what did I start? Let me tell you what I started. I started a game of peekaboo. This man thought it would be...
You were playing a peekaboo with the man, not the baby.
That is true. That is completely 100,000%
Just checking on the dog.
true. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he like goes behind under the clip-clop place and then comes up, and I'm all, and everybody's laughing, and I was like, oh, there's the baby again. And then after the third time, I'm all, okay, I only have 10 minutes. Like, please leave. So, and everybody's like, oh my God, that was the funniest part. Like, you like went with it, and I was like, I had no idea what to do, right? So then the second guy gets up, and he is a smaller man, and he is angry, and he goes, fuck these kids! And he said so many slurs and so many things that were very inappropriate, and I'm all...
Guess he's not coming back.
And I'm just like, I mean, he was funny, he was very angry,
Sure, but know your audience.
I mean, everybody else was laughing.
Right.
I mean,
And it
honestly,
was
like,
funny.
two
It probably
fuck
was
those kids,
funny.
but I was like, oh...
Still know your audience.
And then...
And
then it ends, and then, like, everybody's like, oh my God, you were so funny, and I was like, thank you, and And then Gina
And they were
goes,
all like, "Oh my God, you're so funny," and I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you."
yeah, and the clip clop plays. Thanks.
That sounded hilarious.
So it was a whole fucking thing. But everybody's like, you seemed more at ease here than when you had your show that Sunday, because a couple people came from Kelly and all them. And I was like, well, I wasn't running the show.
Right.
I go, I wasn't dealing with crazy ass performers. I wasn't producing it. I just had to show up. I had to do 10 minutes and I could get off and I didn't have to fucking care. So that was nice. And everybody, like, so many people were like, dude, that shit with the baby was the funniest thing ever. I think, fucking me and the baby, we're going on tour, I guess.
Sweet.
So that was crazy.
Exciting.
It was fun. And then Sunday, I went and got a tattoo in Wildemar. I'm telling you, Jessica and Mikey Barnes, yeah, I touched your...
Touched my wiener.
I touched your wiener with my toe.
Now I got sock toe, sock wiener. Stop touching my wiener.
I can't. Well, stop talking. I like spread my toes like a cat.
I know, and you're gonna grab it and pinch it. Because what the L don't know is I'm not wearing any pants.
That's true. Me neither. So I went and got, and it's called From the Heart. It's in Wildemar, California, and Mikey and Jessica are just amazing. But when I got there, and I wanted a siren, I wanted something dangerous. So here's the thing: I am in my villain era. And I have decided, I was like, okay, I'm not pretty. Like, I can't use my looks for anything. But I know damn well I'm good with my voice. I can charm the fuck out of people, and I can eviscerate the fuck out of people with my voice. So I was like, okay, what uses their voice and is dangerous? I was like, a fucking siren. By the way, you know how many people are like, a fire siren, like for Tyler?
So is it red or is it blue?
I'm like,
no. One each?
Not a fucking
Yellow?
siren. Like, clip clop, clip clop. No.
You should totally get a siren.
And they're like, oh, you know, because your son's a firefighter? I'm all, no. Oh, and that is one thing, too. I was like, yeah, my son, he's forestry, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I fucking raised a hero. You're fucking welcome. But,
And then he liked that because you shot him.
And so I told the joke where I say that, he left me a 10-minute voicemail, and it was him not wanting to share.
Not wanting to share.
And he was dying laughing. And then they're like, oh my God, you know, they're telling him, like, hey, Tyler, like, thanks for being a firefighter. And he's like, dude, that's funny. And he's like, true story. It's all true. I'm like fucking dying. I was like,
you know, it's funny. Is he left me like 6 of them. I listened to the one, I tried to listen to, but I didn't listen to all of them, but I saved them all.
I saved it too.
I saved them all because you never know. You always have them in there.
It's 10 minutes long. I go, and it was 10 minutes long, and I go, and I listen. I'm psycho enough. I listen to the whole fucking thing just in case. When you accidentally butt dial me, it hasn't happened in a while. I'll listen to the whole fucking thing.
You've done it to me too, and I've listened. It's okay.
Yeah, I need to know what the fuck you're doing.
I know you're not up to no good, so I don't really care.
I know. What the fuck am I doing? Anyway.
Crazy. Like I'm in my 50s. You really think I give?
You want to be sad? Well, what am I doing?
What?
I don't know.
Well,
You said I'm in my 50s. Why would I fucking care?
No, why would I be out there fucking trying to
Oh.
diddle?
Yeah, I don't.
God.
So, anyway, I'm driving to Wildemar, and for some reason, Google Maps goes blank. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I kept clicking on it, and it's dead, dead, dead. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to pull off in Sunland, download Waze, and got back on the freeway, but for some reason my Waze wouldn't talk. So I had to hold my phone because it wasn't like, get off. And you have to do like 7 changes. You're on like, you go from a 91 to like something, and you finally end on the you finally 60. End at the 71. It's crazy. And at one point you get off a freeway.
Yeah.
And you go through Pomona.
Yeah, that's the 71.
Yeah, and then you get to the 71. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. I've been through there.
So I'm like...
Actually, I've been through there with Donnie so many freaking times.
I'm holding my phone, and I'm like, oh my God, talk. And then finally I pulled into Pomona to get Sonic, because I know where I can get to that part.
I don't know. I smell Sonic.
So I couldn't find it, and I was like, I know it's close. I got off 1 exit too early for the Sonic. I was like, it's close. I was like, fucking A, Joy. You know what the fuck you're doing. But then for some reason, Google Maps started working again. So I get there, and I was telling Jessica, I was like, I want her to look dangerous. I want her to look like she could talk a man into the rocks with his ship and fucking drown all the sailors. And she's like, okay. So I get there, and Jessica has her hair all pretty and her tail, and I go, okay, her hair needs to look crazy. I need her hair to look like somebody said something and she whipped her fucking head around and her hair is all, what the fuck did you just say? And she's like, okay, and I go, and I need her tail to look like she's been through some shit. I still think her face is a little too pretty. I wanted her face to be a little bit more, because, you know, but whatever. She's beautiful. I cannot wait to take this fucking shit off of her, though, and it itches so bad.
And you give her a nice booty for me.
I did. I was like, oh, she has a nice ass, and she's like, yeah, and I go, John likes asses. I go, honestly, if it wasn't a nice ass, I was going to ask to get, she's got a nice ass. I showed somebody the other day, and he's like, why do I want to smack her ass? And I'm like, because it's a nice ass. I gave her a nice booty. So then I get my tattoo, and it's so funny because I was late, Jessica was running late, so I went to Target, and I bought her just this little pink punk rock Halloween bird. And I showed up, and I go, hey, this is kind of weird. And I go, but I got you something. And she goes, oh, my God, I got you something. And she gave me this little crocheted mushroom. And she's like, oh, my God, we both got each other little buddies. And then my friend Terry, who lives in Wildemar, who actually introduced me to Mikey and Jessica, she showed up, and then her and I went to dinner. And it was nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I got my, and it's funny because while I was getting my tattoo, you know, the tattoo artists, they all come and look and stuff. And I go, this one guy goes, dude, and I go, she looks like a bitch, huh? And he goes, yeah, and he goes, I wouldn't fuck with her. And I was like, fuck yes.
So I forgot that me and Brodie and Caleb and Uncle Jamie went to a punk show the other night.
Yeah.
We went to see, we saw a Wilhelm Scream.
Okay.
The Adolescents. And Strung Out.
Wait, was your friend there in the Adolescents?
No.
Oh.
No, he doesn't play in the Adolescents.
But I thought he did.
No, he plays in a band called Infest.
Oh.
But he was telling a story about back in the day with those guys. Anyway, so, you know, we get there, everything's all good. We get there, we're early, you know, doors open at 7. We get there at 10 to 7. And there's like nobody in line yet. It's like, what the fuck? Right? But I mean, it filled up super fast, but anyway, so we go in, and we took Brodie last minute. He brought his race car headphones that whenever I take him to the races, he brought those big ones. And so we go in, and he watches the first band up top with me, and at this table with me and Uncle Jamie. Of course, Caleb gone. He's mosh pitting immediately. And I see him between bands all, oh, hey, drink water, and then take off running again. And then I don't see him again. So after the first go, there was a guy in the pit. There was a dad in the pit, and he had his little girl. She was a little girl, like 2, 3, and she's on his shoulders, rocking out. He's like kind of bouncing around the pit with her, which was super adorable, right? And then one of the band members said something, and after that one, Caleb comes up. He starts going in, and I look at Brodie, and he goes, I want to go get noticed. That's what he says. I want to get noticed.
Fucking A, Cotton.
And I go, you're going to take that sweatshirt off. It's going to get hot. So he takes the sweatshirt off, and he takes his headphones, and off he goes. And Caleb's like, I'm going to get you in the pit. I'm going to get you in the pit. And he goes, I don't want to go in the pit. So he just pushed him up to the front row. So then Brodie went all the way to the front rail, right next to the singer and guitar player, up against the rail. And then I never saw him until the show was over. And that was a whole nother, like, 2 bands, right? So I was like, oh, all right, well, cool. But I do have a video that I kept for you where the band's going, and you can see Caleb. You can see because he's tall in his little white T-shirt, and you could just see his little clumsy ass going around, and it cracked me up.
Well, Brodie,
I don't know if he had a fun time. Oh yeah, that's right. He
said he had fun.
They tried to throw him a pick, and he threw it too far. And then the drummer gave him a drumstick, and some chick took it from him.
Well, here's the thing. He said he held it up, victory, and some chick took it out of his hand as he was holding it up.
That's fucked
I'm
up.
all, dude, that's so fucked up. You don't do that to a kid.
Right. No, somebody did.
Yeah, bitch. Twat.
Right? What a fucking twat.
Yeah, you're a twat, bitch.
Yeah, you took his fucking...
He, like, held it up, and she was like, zoink! Like,
That
dude.
sucks.
No, he said he had fun. He had fun. And it was good that you, I'm so glad you guys got to do something.
I don't know, like, I don't know if that'll ever be his genre type of music, or, he doesn't necessarily seem super interested in it, itself. Like we were talking about it on the way home. Like, he kind of knows who NoFX is because he knows it's one of my favorites. And he's like, you know what, out of all those bands you listen to, I think I like your No Use for the Name the best.
Right.
And that's, awesome. It's one of my favorites. But I don't think he's super interested in a lot of it.
No, he likes me first. I mean, he liked Amelia Day when we went and listened to her.
I mean, he likes some stuff.
He likes the Doobie Brothers.
I know, he's old school.
He's super old school.
He likes that old school rock.
He loves it.
I'd love to take him to see some of that. But
it cracks me up. Like,
yeah, so I was glad, though, that he got to go. It was kind of fun that I got to take it. And it was, here, check this out. We got there, and I looked around at Uncle Jamie, and I look at the boys, and I go, I never would have thought. You know what? I never would have thought Caleb bought me, Uncle Jamie, and Brodie a ticket to go see a show.
That's cool.
I go, that's pretty cool, actually. It made me a little proud of him that he kind of did something cool, like that. Even though it was for himself.
He just needed a ride.
Yeah, well, now he's got a weekend full coming.
That's good. You guys are going to
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Me and B are going to do some fun stuff.
Probably not. Monday's going to be so hard.
I can't believe you're going to school or to work on Monday.
Because I'm taking Friday off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, the show was great. Strung Out was really good. In the middle of the Strung Out set, he stops. He's like, and he's talking to everybody. And I don't know if you've listened to Strung Out. They're kind of like a hybrid of like a metal and punk.
Okay.
And they're really good. So, but in the middle, he stops between songs. He's talking. He's all, does anybody want to hear a No Use for a Name song? And for those of you who don't know, the band No Use for a Name is a punk band that's like one of my favorites. The lead singer passed a few years ago. It was like a big deal, It's kind of, in the punk world, it's kind of a big deal. So anyway, he goes, does anybody want to hear a No Use for a Name song? And the whole crowd goes, crazy. And then they absolutely smashed a cover of it. And I was like, thank God it was so good.
Right.
Like,
it gets scary for a while.
Right.
Like,
I was like, oh God, please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it. Please don't. But they killed it. And I was like, damn, that was awesome. They were tight. They were impressive. And I get to see them again this weekend. Strung Out. That's cool. So that was fun though.
We're in like a crazy heat wave right now. It's like nuts hot now.
It's like 85, 90 in our garage right now.
It's disgusting. But the other day, Brodie was like, Mom, it's time. I think we need to bring out all the Halloween decorations, which I do. And we should get Halloween blankets for the couches. And he goes, Dad will light a fire. And we'll watch Halloween movies. And I was like, Bub, for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be like 100 degrees. And he's all, Mom!
We'll be sitting with the air conditioning on and the fire going.
He was so mad. And I'm all like, I don't control the weather.
Well, it says that there's a chance for rain while we're down there. It's like some sprinkles because we're on the.
Well, I thought something was going to happen today because it was hot but breezy and it was murky. Like it was ugly outside.
But there's like a chance, which would be probably pretty wild to have one night where it just goes. I don't know. And I was thinking about it today too. It's like because I know they've already just told everybody what the last song they're ever gonna. Because this is the last song. NoFX's show is 3 days. It's the last 3 shows they're ever gonna play together.
Right.
Done. They're basically retiring from NoFX.
Right.
We're all still great friends. They treat each other like family. They're done.
Right.
So they said they're gonna end with this song called "The Decline," which is like a 14-minute long It's like their masterpiece. It's like one of my favorite songs from it. It's absolute masterpiece.
Right.
So that's what they're ending with. But it's going to be 3 days. They're not going to play the same song any of the days, and then they're going to close it with that song, and then they're done.
That's crazy.
It's going to be bananas.
It's gonna
Pennywise, Mad Caddy.
Okay.
That Dropkick Murphy.
Okay. All right, Licklet Surprise. Goodbye.
It's going to be awesome.
Fuck you. I mean, I'm proud. I'm happy.
It's going to be awesome. DOA, DI.
I'm trying to get